What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today guys, we are completing Politano. You've got most of the games. I didn't show the last two games because they're just irrelevant really. Basically, let's claim him first and we'll get into it. So first of all, I'm really excited to have this card in my hands. From what I hear, he's brilliant. So 4-star, high medium, really nice stats, man. A good stam, just in general, really good stats. So I'm super excited to fit him into our team for this coming weekend league. I did it with a little bit of help, essentially. We played 3 players across the course of about 20 to 25 games where they helped each other, basically. You know, as you guys know, I don't like the fact that people are kind of manipulating their way through these objectives. I think that all that's going to do is cause EA to create win conditions going forwards, which will make it even worse. But with that being said, if I come up against somebody who was also doing the objective and was handing goals, I'm going to reciprocate, right? I'm not just going to be that guy that accepts the free gift of a goal and then is toxic, right? So we played 3 people that helped with goals. Which obviously was a big help, but I played probably about 18 to 20 games of people that didn't help with goals. I sacrificed a lot of skill rating for it, not on purpose, just because that's the way it went. We started a couple days ago at somewhere around 1600 skill rating, and we're now down at 1200 skill rating, nearly on the threshold of getting relegated to Division 5. I'm going to put my team back together, however, now though, and we should push our way back up to Division 3 very comfortably, maybe even Division 2. One thing that was really awesome about playing with these players in this team, I was coming up against monster teams and I was picking up wins and good goals and just having a good time generally, which was really nice. But because of how safe you have to play when you have these really bad players, and of course this is not a representation of my team. Let me go and show you guys. So even Opoku here, he played a fair few games for us, 3. Like playing with these really bad Serie A cards made me play a different style of FIFA, like a safe FIFA, where I was kind of really trying to guarantee myself the goals and the safe passes and possession. And it made me realize a few areas of FIFA where I was just really bad, and I got better, a lot better, I think, from playing with these cards. So Delict there had 20 games for us, Mandzukic just 4, Douglas Costa obviously has a lot, Martinez was 6 there, Fabian 13 games to get 3 goals on him. Asabi played 21 games for us. So you can kind of see, we'll go down to some of the common cards as well that we picked up. So Correa played a fair few games. Spinazzola didn't get on the field. Soriano, 4 games, 3 goals and 7 assists. Absolute sensational from him. Maximovic didn't play. Javinho with 3 goals in 6 games. Mkhitaryan played a couple. And then we had Sean, he played a fair old few, 21 games. Caputo just played a few, 2 games, 1 goal. I only needed 1 more Sassuolo goal from him. Obiang played a fair few games for us as well, 17 games, 2 goals, 3 assists. Dalbert played a fair few games, 17 games for him. So you can see here, we worked hard, man. Pelosi, he did all right, 5 goals in 9 games. Best at coming in with 1 goal in 3 games. We even scored some goals with some of these silver players. Remember this guy, Dorisic? He used to have a really good card back in one of the old FIFAs. Not so good anymore. This guy, he was terrible. He was real bad. 1 game only. And then these 2 here, Bonazzoli, 3 goals in 5 games. And you'll see some of these goals, guys, and they are pretty good. Some of them are bad, of course, but some of them are pretty good. So obviously that's not going to be our team this weekend league, but we've got 19 2-player packs, guys, saved from picking up all of these teams. A lot of them are 2 rare gold players packs, which is great. I accidentally opened 1. I wanted to save all 20 of them, but we accidentally opened 1. So we've got 5 2-player packs where there's only 1 gold guaranteed. That doesn't mean you only get 1 gold, but it's only 1 gold guaranteed. And hopefully we can pick a nice player or 2 up here or there. Would be nice, you know. Obviously this is all free to a degree. It's for our time. And you know what? I love it. Each 2-player pack, well, let's say each 2 rare gold players pack has a market value of about 4,500 to 5,000 coins in terms of how much it would cost to put it together. So it's almost, for all 20 packs, almost 100,000 coins worth of cards, or sorry, 100,000 coins worth of packs almost. Let's say even 80k, 85k, 90k. And you get the Politano card, and you build up your points in Rivals, which was obviously nice, and you get to experience something a bit different to the norm in the game. So I can't for 1 second find really any fault with what EA have done here. I think it's brilliant, and I look forward to more. You know, I really do. So yeah, you know, all of this comes free now. If we could get a board or two, it would be quite nice. Obviously, if we don't get a board, that'd be quite sad. A couple of players that we didn't have there. It's nice to just fill the club up with a whole bunch of players that we can hopefully make some good use of. We're not getting any boards right now. And of course, you know, there's nothing in packs right now. So anything that I do get of any note, there's our first silver. Should be our last silver as well, because it's all 14 2-rare gold player packs now. Phenomenal. Honestly, brilliant. Yeah, there's nothing in packs right now, but I'm still going to open it, because if we do get something good, I might go and do Mascherano. There's a couple of hours left on him. I haven't done him yet, because I can't decide if I want him or not. I want him because I think, again, you know, when objectives come along where he'll be useful, he'll be useful. But do I want to spend 62k on that Mascherano card? Not really. So if we can hit a big card here, you know, an 85 and 86, that we can dump in there, that would be super useful and super helpful. And if we can't, then we can't. So be it. So yeah, I really learned a lot. Oh, we have got a board or a walkout here. Let's go, EA, man. It's only a board. Is it going to be a good one? No, it's not. It's going to be Tadic. Oh, I think I already have him. Yeah, it was good playing with, as I say, playing with those players, man. I learned a lot about how I play FIFA. Oh, god damn it. I'm just going to get... He's only worth like a few thousand coins. Of all the 84 untradeable duplicates I could have had, how is it Tadic? We've got another board here, though. Come on here, man. Hit us with that walkout. No, it's only a board again. Spanish, unless it's it is a striker. Hopefully it's a Borja, not Borja. Oh, it's Rodrigo. That's not too bad, actually. Could have been worse. Another duplicate untradeable there, which is not what we like. We still got 10 more of these packs to go, though, guys. So very, very excited here to hopefully pick something up. We're going to skip through if it's not a board on these ones. Otherwise, this video is going to get very, very long. We get Adariz and Naldo. He is duplicate tradable, which is nice. He is duplicate untradeable. So that's our third throwaway card. My bad for having too many untradables in my club. I should make use of getting rid of those where appropriate. No border walkout in that one either. Yeah, so Mascherano coming in at about 60 to 62k. Could probably snipe it for a bit cheaper as well. Wow, that's 4 that we're throwing away now. Jesus, I must have a lot of untradables. Which is surprising because I take all tradable rewards where possible. So I don't know where I've got these from. We've got another board or a walkout here. Come on. It's only a board again. Oh, at least be Vidal, man. Don't be Aranguiz. I think I already have him untradeable. That's going to be another one, isn't it? We're actually putting away. Yeah, we get Waris there. Aranguiz. Oh, he's tradable. Fantastic. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I don't know. 60k. It's easy to make 60k in this game. And that Mascherano is a decent card, a decent looking card as well. Good pace, good defending and physical, good passing. Perfect, you know, I'll use him on my main account a few times, as I said to you guys. And he's like Kante-esque, you know, really nimble, really quick, like nippy around the field. So I don't know. As I say, I've got... How long have I got left? About, like, it's currently 20 past 4 in the afternoon and he runs out and expires at 6. So I have about an hour and a half to decide whether or not I want him or not. I don't know. We are cutting it fine. Will it be one of those cards in 3 weeks' time or 2 weeks' time where I'm sat there thinking, man, what a waste he was? Or will it be one of those cards when if EA release an SBC or release an objective where I'm like, well, here we go. This is perfect for us. I don't really know. I don't know. We've got 3 more of these 2-player packs to go, though, guys. And then we're going to get into some of the gameplay for what we got going on here. So we did get 3 boards. Was it 3 boards? Aranguiz, Tadic, and Rodrigo. Rodrigo's nice. Oh, Gomez is nice there as well. Not that he's like super useful anymore. He's real cheap. But yeah, 3 boards out of those packs with a couple to go. Not the worst in the world. Not the best either. We're not going to get anything out of that one either. So maybe the last pack's going to contain something big for us. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Pacheco and Feguli in there. So before we get into the goals, guys, this is the last 2 players pack. Can EA hook us up? No, they can't. Unlucky. So we tried our best. I still enjoyed it. I still like it. I would like more of that. I would like to see a lot more of that. Actually, didn't we just get him untradeable? Yeah, we did. Yeah, I would like to see a lot more of that. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a lot of fun. And kudos to EA. So yeah, let's move on to the goals, guys. I will be right back. All right, guys, as we get into some gameplay, as I said, I did not come up against many players or many teams that were also completing this objective. A lot of teams look like this. Neymar's and Griezmann's. I played more Griezmann's the last couple of days than ever before. Lots of Mbappe's. Just lots of top tier teams in the lower divisions. I could tell some people were down there doing objectives that should have been in higher divisions and some people weren't. And, you know, I think it's important to notice that I tried my best in every game to try and win every game. As I say, I actually picked up a whole bunch of wins in general. Of course, I did drop down almost to the cusp of Division 5 whilst completing this objective. So bear in mind that whilst it might be frustrating that you're playing against players that shouldn't be in your division sometimes, they're not always there because they've purposely relegated themselves. Maybe they're there because they're just trying to do the objective and it just happened to be so that they lost lots of games along the way. The first comment is from Connor Hum. He says, I won't get caught up in SBCs this year, Nepo, and then some weird face. Couple of things. First of all, this game is different compared to last year, and having first owner players and players generally speaking from different leagues and different nations is proving to be effective, right? For example, this Syria objective, I have a few big players, Rajan Angolan, Edin Dzeko, a few other players, but not too many. And so if I would have done some of the SBCs that would have provided Syria players, it might have made it a little bit easier, right? So then we have the SBCs that I did do versus the SBCs that I didn't do. And I think you guys are really over dramatizing how much I've done in terms of SBCs. I went back and looked at the SBC challenges. Yes, I did Timu Pukki. At the time, he was banging value. He cost me less than 20,000 coins and offered 2 packs back. He helped me massively. He scored a lot of goals for me. And he has future use. If EA do an SBC, an objective milestone for Premier League, guess what? That's our Norwich player taken care of. Happy days, right? So certain SBCs have much better, good long-term value. Josef Martinez, Player of the Month card, I didn't do, right? So we'll notice that one. Lewandowski, Player of the Month card, I didn't do. Next up is, which was the next player SBC? Next player SBC was... one to watch New Beginnings, which offered Sanchez or Mkhitaryan. I did that. 18,000 coins it says that this one costs, and you got some packs back, and you got a ones to watch card that already immediately has a value of 10k. That's just smart business. That's just a sensible SBC to do because it offers so much long-term value compared to anything else. And then the one to watch Promes card, I did that, and again, that's under 40k according to FUTBin here. I thought it was a little bit more expensive, but maybe it wasn't because it's only one squad. So less than 40k, and he already should have had an upgrade. He already should be an 84 rated card. The fact that he's not is quite disappointing. He will likely and near almost definitely get plenty of upgrades throughout the course of the season. So regardless, that's going to come in quite handy. The first expensive card that I did was Theo Walcott, 120k for him, and it was worth it. I had a feeling based on the way that FIFA 20 played that Walcott would be very good, other than the fact that he has 3-star. And I was right. He scored a lot of goals for me and got a lot of assists in a lot of games. And now he is super useful as an impact sub, like really, really useful. The next player that we had was Flashback Piszczek. Didn't do him. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Didn't do him. We then had Scream Milner. Didn't do him. Scream Navas. Didn't do him either. And I actually should have done him at 40k for Scream Navas, a Spanish player from La Liga. Again, he could have real good long-term prospects in FIFA that I've passed up on, and we'll get to a few other things like that in a second. We then had Scream Hulk, which I did do because the card looked great. 130k for that with 3 packs back. Scream Draxler, I didn't do him. Scream Giovinco, I did him. Again, Italian. Great card for the way the FIFA meta works, and less than 50,000 coins with 2 packs back. Again, that's just smart business. It's just really sensible thing to have done him, of course. Scream PK I did do again because I think that looks like a brilliant card, and for 100 or so thousand coins, I thought it was great value for money. Scream Chong I didn't do. And then in the current SBCs that we've got going on right now, obviously Mascherano I haven't done yet. I might not. I haven't even started touching the league SBCs. I didn't do Player of the Month Harriet. Even though he's only 57k, I don't find much value in that. Osimhen I did do, but again, that's a French league card that was 13,000 coins. He's a good card, and again, he'll be useful if/when he's required in season objectives or milestones. He'll be great for it. Carlos Vieira I did do, again for similar reasons. 25,000 coins for a card that has really good stats that will work well for future objectives and milestones. And then after that, I didn't do Player of the Month for Aubameyang. I didn't do... Who was the last one that was there? No, that was it. So I didn't even do Player of the Month for Aubameyang. An Arsenal player. My favourite player in the Arsenal team, pretty much. And I didn't even complete him either. So I think it's unfair to suggest that I'm getting caught up in SBCs. I think the SBCs that I'm doing, they have long-term value. I think they're important. And I think they're cheap enough to the point where it's not... I'm not getting buried with, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players that are worth 100,000 to 200,000 coins in SBC value where they're untradeable. I'm taking either the really, really cheap ones that are good for the game in general, or I'm taking the ones that are around 100,000 coins, but that I think have really exceptional cards and also could be useful down the line. So yeah, I don't think my SBC problems, I don't think we have any problems with SBC cards. And then I think a lot of people get confused by seeing so many cards in my team that are like special cards. All you got to remember is that Dzeko, Ozil, and Ndombele, they were all free. I didn't pay for those. I worked for those. And Vasquez and now Politano, they were earned. They weren't paid for by coins, So I personally don't think that we have an issue. And then as I talked about just at the start of this video, when we look at Mascherano, it's an interesting one. It's one of those ones where, as I say, I don't want to do this card necessarily and be there in 3 weeks thinking, well, that was just a waste of 60 to 70,000 coins, because yeah, we've done a few SBCs that are going to be worth something to us, right? But if you do 10, 15, 20, let's say we get to 20 SBCs at around 30 to 50k, all of a sudden we're looking at like 600,000 to 1 million coins in cards that I'm not really using very much, right? So I think it is important to make sure that we do the right cards at the right time for the right reasons. Mascherano is a good card to get because 85 rated squad is really cheap right now. He's Argentinian, so he does link to one of the best players, if not the best player in the game, in Messi. He's from the Chinese league, which offers a lot of good links now, and can also be super useful for future objectives, as I say. He's actually got a good card. So when we look at the Chinese league, let me go into the CSL and see what we've got. So far we've got Mascherano, Hulk, Eder, and Jonathan, all SBCs, right? So obviously Eder and Jonathan are league SBCs, and they have decent cards. And as an Italian and a Brazilian in Hulk and an Argentinian in Mascherano, it covers 3 major nations from a minor league, which again could be super useful down the line. So what you've got to do is basically weigh your options. Is the 60 or so K that I'm going to spend on Mascherano going to be worth it to me long term in FIFA 20 or not? And the only people that really know that is EA. Do they release a better or another CDM that's half price in another week or two that fits either Argentina or Chinese league? Maybe they do. Is Mascherano going to be the best CDM in the Chinese league for the rest of the year until team of the season? Maybe it is. And it's on each individual person to just take the take the gamble ultimately as to whether or not the SBC you're completing is going to have use to you. And I think every SBC I've completed so far has had pretty decent use for me, to either pretty decent or very good. Even Promes back in the first few weeks, the skill moves and pace that he offered coming on was good. I would say the only SBC that I've done so far that really isn't giving me much back at the moment is Hulk. But as a Brazilian, with how good his stats are, I'm pretty certain he will pay dividends long term. So yeah, I'm relatively content with what I've done with SBCs. I don't think I've got caught up in them. I could easily have done a Aubameyang, even Piszczek we ummed and ahed about. Mascherano, we're now umming and ahhing about. I don't think we've got too caught up in them at all, to be perfectly honest. Spongy says, hey Nep, I feel staying liquid is super important this year due to player prices and the difficulty in trading as the market is just trash. What are your thoughts on being liquid against stacking your club? As always, dude, keep up the great content. Thank you for the kind words, man. It again comes down to that whole gamble, right? There are strengths and merits in both. Staying liquid allows you opportunities to purchase cards if they crash, or just to have, having liquid coins is always super helpful because you can invest when things go really low. For example, if anchor cards go down to like 2,000 coins on a rewards day, you can just bang anchor cards, list them all up the next day for 4K and you can double your coins, right? But because the market is so low, as you stated, making sure you invest in the cards that are at discard value, the cards that are basically at like 0% or 1% or 2% on the index, those are cards that you should just be picking up, because A, you can lose next to nothing, and B, you can only possibly gain. It's only, so I think having a good mix between keeping some liquid coins to play with and to have fun with, and to just to make sure that you have the capabilities to do the right things at the right time with it is important. But I also think that investing in the market where it's low is also super important. And in terms of players, there was a comment that I didn't actually pick out. Like, player prices are just crashing hard. Not even crashing anymore. They're just low. Like, if we think about, like, I just saw him on the screen here, so I'll use him as the example. If we think about Pepe, first of all, he has a great card. Second of all, he's 20,000 coins. And so if you put a sniper on Pepe, you've got yourself a really strong player for 20k in this game, which is nuts. Even Zaha, since he's there as well. Zaha was up at like 60s and 70s, dropped into the 50s and 40s real quick. He's less than 10,000 coins now, man. 10,000 coins for a card with 5-star skill moves. And again, with a sniper, has 97 agility, great finishing, good pace. Like, player prices are on the floor. So, when you're thinking about, oh, should I go and buy a player and stuff, you can't really lose much more because player prices are so low anyway, I suppose. But at the same time, I can't imagine that they're going to stay this low forever, because otherwise everyone is going to have a monster team. Because what EA have kind of given the opportunity to do right now is, let's say you started FIFA today. You could just play for a week. You'd be able to earn a whole bunch of packs and cards and coins and stuff from advanced SBCs, from some other SBCs that are there, marquee matchups. You'd be able to earn a whole bunch of stuff from seasonal objectives. Even though there's not a lot there, you'd still be able to get the first few packs. You'd be able to go and get that Politano card and those 22-player packs that would be available to you, and your brand new account. And within 3 or 4 or 5 days time, you could put together a 200 to 300,000 coin squad that is able to compete at basically the best level other than pro top 100 caliber level, right? You just could perform at that level. So when people get to that stage, which doesn't take long and could be done in an instant, even with a brand new account, at that point, everyone's just saving for the top cards, which means all these cards are going down in price. They're becoming less and less useful. And in general, everyone's now getting to that, when we talk about tiers, the whole tier system where people are now rating, God tier, elite tier, etc., etc. If we talk about God tier players and then elite tier players and then top tier players, like whatever the third tier is, let's say the top tier players, the second tier players, the third tier players, almost everybody can afford a second tier player in every position on the field and a couple of top tier players in some positions in the field, which means everybody's going to have these insane teams. And you're already seeing it. Pretty much everyone just has insane teams. And so what's happening is the SBCs that come out, or the objectives that EA are releasing, or look at this team here again: Red, Griezmann, Mbappe, Mane. And like, this is an insane team. Maybe he spent money, maybe he didn't. But what's happening is EA are now going to have to release cards that surpass these tier 1 and tier 2 cards. Otherwise, people are just going to lose interest in the game, because once you've got, we saw it last year, once you've got like that big team and there's nothing else to play for, you stop playing. So they've got to do one or two things: either release better cards in packs that people actually want to improve and pop into their squad, or continually release objectives that require cards that aren't part of the God tier or elite tier list. And I think that's where this game is going, which is why, going back all the way to the start of the gameplay here, I think that's why doing certain SBCs is going to be super valuable. Because you can have your God tier or tier 1 team for FUT champs, but in FUT rivals and elsewhere, maybe squad battles or whatever, it's very, very apparent that having, your tier 2 or tier 3 players from minor leagues and minor nations and even major leagues and major nations that you wouldn't normally consider are going to have an extreme value if you're going to want to be able to play for cards going forward. So I think it's important to make sure you have a really well-balanced club this year. Gianni says, "Hey Neb, I got 20,000 coins, premium gold player pack and a 15k pack for losing in the final of the draft. Have you ever seen this reward? Keep up the great vids." Yes, I have. Never got it myself, in spite of the fact that I've lost about 50 draft finals over the last couple of years. But yeah, there's a coin reward in the final of the draft. And there is a coin reward for winning the final of the draft, which I think I've only ever got once. I had heard through the grapevine that draft rewards were going to be changed this year, and we're going to offer like league specific packs. You know, there's a lot of accounts that leak a lot of information and stuff. Sometimes they're accurate and sometimes they're not. One of the ones that I follow that is usually super accurate had noted that you were going to get, like, you know, let's say you win the draft, you'd get like a mega pack, a 15k pack, and then a Premier League premium gold players pack. And I thought that was going to be amazing. I was like, man, could you imagine, somebody asked the question, let me get it. It was Juicy Joel. He says, are you saving packs for Team of the Year again? And although Team of the Year is still a couple of months away, if draft offered league specific packs, I would save league specific packs for Team of the Year. I wouldn't save like mega packs or 50k packs, but yeah, Premier League based or La Liga based or Serie A based or French League based packs, whatever, you know, Bundesliga based packs, I absolutely would save those. So it was sad to me that the draft has gone relatively untouched. Pretty poor from EA, really. You know, a game mode that has so much potential within FIFA Ultimate Team that itself is a game mode that has unbelievable potential, and it's just completely untapped, and it's sad. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. So as we come towards the back end of this game here, guys, as I said, I only had a couple more goals to get after this game. I matched up against somebody else who was also doing the objective, so I needed one more game to get one goal with Imbula, and that was it done. So yeah, you see the teams that I'm playing with as well, guys. We're not playing with like these insane squads or anything. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.